Let me ask you something. Have you ever heard that little voice inside your head that asks, "Who do you think you are?" Or maybe it says, "You're not good enough." I think we all know that voice. And in coaching, we call it the saboteur. It's the voice of self doubt, and it loves to keep us small and safe. But here's the thing, if we let that voice lead, we'll never live authentically. In this series, I've been talking about and exploring obstacles to authenticity and the things that can keep us from being our true selves. Last time I talked about vulnerability. Today I'm continuing the conversation and I'm talking about some of the toughest obstacles to overcome, and they are self doubt and limiting beliefs. But here's the good news, you don't have to let them control you. Self doubt is that little critic inside your head. Like I said, it's the saboteur, that voice that makes you question your worth and abilities. It's the voice that keeps saying, maybe you're not cut out for this, or are you sure you can handle it? On the other hand, though, limiting beliefs are the stories we tell ourselves about what we can or can't do. And they often sound like, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve success, or it's too late for me to change. These thoughts, though, are powerful and they have a way of holding us back from stepping into our full potential. But let me share with you why self doubt and limiting beliefs matter when it comes to authenticity. Because we're constantly doubting ourselves or holding on to beliefs that limit us. And as a result, we end up hiding who we truly are. And as a result, we can become afraid to take risks, to express our ideas, or to show the world our real selves because we worry. We worry we don't or won't measure up. Self doubt keeps us playing small. It tells us to stay in our comfort zone and avoid the unknown. But if we stayed in these safe places, we would never fully live as our authentic selves. Now, I have to be honest with you because I struggled with this myself. For a long time, I believed I had to be strong, not realizing that underneath it was fear. My fear of not being good enough. I was afraid to show my emotions, afraid to show my feelings, to be seen as emotional because I thought it was a sign of weakness. I didn't know any better at the time. But over time, though, I realized that being authentic meant it just meant embracing my imperfections and all of me. I had to learn to let go of that need to always be strong and start accepting myself just as I am. And I can tell you that was a game changer for me, and I'm so glad that I did the work. But there are some limiting beliefs that are so common, most of us can relate to them and have felt them at some point in our lives. And you may recognize some of them. For instance, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve success. I can't change because it's too late for me. And one that I hear often, I'll never achieve what I desire. And these beliefs, they're like invisible walls keeping us from exploring our full potential. But something to keep in mind, remember, these are just stories we tell ourselves. They're not truths. But here's the good news. We can move past self-doubt and limiting beliefs. And here are a few strategies that you can use. Number one, identify your limiting beliefs. The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to the negative thoughts and the beliefs that hold you back. Simply being aware of them is powerful because, remember this, you can't change what you don't see. And then number two, challenge your beliefs. Once you identify a limiting belief, think about what you're thinking. Ask yourself, is this really true? Often these beliefs are based on past experiences or fears, not our present reality. And then even if you start looking for evidence to support these beliefs, chances are you'll find they're more like stories you've been telling yourself. They're not actual facts. And number 3, replace negative thoughts. When you notice a self-doubting thought, try replacing it with something uplifting, something positive. For example, if you think I'm not good enough, remind yourself I am good enough and capable of growing and being my authentic self every single day. And over time, these positive statements starts to rewire your thinking. And number 4, take small steps outside of your comfort zone. And when you do that, self-doubt starts to disappear when we prove it wrong. Start with small actions that stretch you beyond your comfort zone. Each step, no matter how small, builds confidence and reduces self-doubt. And it's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger you become. Yes, self-doubt and limiting beliefs are obstacles we all face, but they don't have to hold you back. And by challenging these thoughts and taking small, courageous steps, you can start to make space for your authentic self to shine. Think about it. And I ask you to take a moment to think about one limiting belief you'd like to overcome, and then one small action step you can take to challenge it. And of course, if you feel comfortable, share it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for joining me again today as we work through these obstacles to authenticity. And remember, this is so important. Authenticity is your superpower, and self-doubt and limiting beliefs don't have to get in the way. In my next video, I'll talk about societal expectations and the pressure to conform. If this message resonates with you, please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below, and let me know how self-doubt shows up in your life. I'm Coach Eva Kennedy, and I'll see you next time as we continue this journey to authenticity.